like this one. She's cute. Hey, what are you doing under a waterfall? Are you gonna take a bath or something? If that's the case, we won't disturb you. What bath? I am pondering some profound questions. If I must say, I suppose I am meditating. If you hadn't come thundering along and interrupted my train of thought, perhaps I would have already come up with the answers. We're really sorry. Let's see. A human most strange and a rainbow balloon. You two must be from outside the village. Right, Paimon's Paimon and she's Harley. Wait a sec. Though you're right to say that we're not from here. What do you mean a rainbow balloon? Alright, you might not see it that way. I almost forgot about that again. Let me think. Right. Harley, what does Paimon look like to you? Like emergency food. Now that's just wrong. Interesting. But to my eyes, Paimon is just like a little rainbow balloon floating in the air, and her string seems to extend upward to somewhere above the sky itself. Paimon lore? What the? Seriously? Yes, and just what does Harley look like to your eyes, Paimon? Of course, Paimon's golden-haired traveling companion. Don't tell Paimon you see something else. What I see, if I really must say, then I see a monster that looks like it could swallow the whole world in a single bite. What the fuck? That's way too scary. Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. Perhaps you've heard that we melusines can see things that humans cannot see. But for some reason, I see things differently, even when compared to other melusines. I can always find things that have been hidden. I have read that the nature of things is hidden beneath them, and this nature decides their future. Not that I know what that means. If that's the case, how did you know that we're outsiders? Well, though what we see is different, we can still find ideas that we have in common. Just like how you can tell a flower is still a flower, no matter how strange the color, right? As long as I spend enough time with everyone, I can grasp the concepts that everyone talks about, and then pretend to fit in. Damn. Autism. Broke fan? Okay, fair. If you hadn't looked special in my eyes at all, I wouldn't have struggled to find the right concept to describe you. As I thought, it seems that I still have lots to learn. That's a whole bunch of stuff that Paimon didn't really get. On that note, we've been talking for ages, but we don't even know your name. I think, the stuff in what she's saying, actually relates to, ancient philosophy, because, Hoya was a big fan of that. I think, like, they're referencing, like, ancient philosophical concepts. I can't speak. What is a name but an artificial code that confers false uniformity on different perceptions? Still, everyone calls me Canotila, and you may do so as well. Wow, you talk in such a roundabout way, just like a scholar. And Liaranara. Roundabout? Is that how you see it? I don't usually talk with humans from outside, so I don't quite understand your methods of communication. I am merely making deductions and inferences based on what I have read in books. You keep talking about what you've read in books. Do melusines read too? It must be really inconvenient for you to turn the pages, right? But maybe they don't use their hands, but the feelers on their heads. Are they ears? Wait, that's not the point. Still, Paimon wasn't expecting there to be books hidden here. Yes, an amazing scholar left them behind, all hidden inside a secret base. All of what I just said, I learned from those books. There's even a book there that I just couldn't understand. Meditation has allowed me to comprehend it, ever so little of it. But lately, I've been making no progress no matter how much I rack my brain. That's why I came here to meditate and try to find a way forward. A book that can't be understood? Aren't arcane secrets never meant to be known by anyone, usually encrypted in books like that? Speaking of secrets, that usually means treasure. Now that Paimon thinks about it, she's getting curiouser and curiouser. Paimon debates herself. If you're interested, why don't I take you there to have a look? That book is important to me, and I must find a way to understand it. You appear to be knowledgeable, well-informed outsiders. Perhaps you'll be able to understand that book quite easily. I've certainly solved a puzzle or two. That's right, we're like super professionals at this. Come on, Canotila, show us the way. And we're here. If we dive down below this entrance, we'll find the place where that scholar once hid the books. Huh, but it looks like an ordinary pond. What sort of entrance are you talking about? Ah, right, it is being hidden after all, so you won't be able to see. Hehe, just watch then. Canotila takes out something that looks like a key, tracing the air along some unseen trail. There is a soft chime, and the shallow pool before you suddenly becomes unfathomably deep. Well, here's the entrance now. Wow, Paimon couldn't tell how you did that. Well, I can't quite explain it either, but while others can't see it, there are actually all sorts of fissures here. As long as I use my token to draw a line across those fissures, I can do some incredible things. That said, I don't know why they are only present here. As such, I did a lot of research, until I found that indecipherable book. It has much to do with me and my token, and I'm also certain that if I figure it out, I'll know why I'm special in this way. That's quite the burden. Well then, that's enough of that. Let's go inside. I must find a way to understand that strange book. Oh. Well. Oh, this is another, conductor's, like, not conductor's, sheet music stand. Like, that was in, the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute. So you can't understand it at all either, after all? Not a single word. Maybe there's some kind of cipher. Take a closer look. You stare at the runes on the page for some time. The runes slowly start to disintegrate and reassemble themselves, becoming new words. At the same time, your surroundings seem to recede, and you arrive in a strange new place. I see. This is a world where even sweet flowers and mint cannot grow. Can you see it too? You turn around to look for the source of the voice, but are suddenly awakened. Looking back at the book, it looks just like it did originally, as though nothing happened. So, did you discover anything, Harley? I think I saw the runes dissolving and then reconstructing themselves. That's weird. Did you just stare too intensely or something? I knew you'd be able to see it too. Huh? Have you had the same experience, Canotila? Is this what you meant by meditating? Yes, though I can't understand a single word in the book, I get a strange feeling from looking at it for long enough. It feels as though you've been transported to another world, and then you can start to understand the book's contents. But as soon as you awake, you're back to being unable to comprehend it. Then what have you seen before? Oh, wait just a moment. Ta-da! This is my notebook. I've written down everything I saw inside. That said, I wrote it all down while I was meditating, and I was sort of in a trance, so it might be a bit hard to understand. Let Paimon see. Yep, this is really messy. Wow. But it says something about an Elinas or something like that. So by doing that, they're connecting with Elinas. Based on my previous results, that scholar must have been conducting research on Elinas or something. Then this book must record things that happened a long time ago. Yes, but I still can't understand exactly what happened. Even when meditating, I can't make heads or tails of what comes before and after. As such, though I can understand just a little bit, I still don't know what it is really saying. If I'm not mistaken, however, the book is still missing a lot of content. The notebook does mention a few locations. Oh, so you mean that these locations might be clues? Locations? Yes, the names of the locations are written between important sections. Could it be trying to tell us where critical parts of the text are hidden? I mean, I've guessed as much in the past, but I've never left Elinas, so... In that case, why don't you stay here, Canotila? We'll go investigate the places in the notebook. Maybe we'll find the missing pieces. And besides, it's related to Elinas, so there's no way we're going to ignore it. Alright, in that case, I'm counting on you two. If you find anything, just bring it back. I'll be waiting here for you. I always thought Rene was a melusine, but maybe he wasn't. Because Jacob existed before the melusines, I think, right? Unless I'm mixing up the timeline. Oh wait! There's a fucking cave here.
Let's move out.
Wait! This is Anchor architecture. This is unified civilization architecture. What the fuck? Jenks, does this look familiar?
Right here. Emerge.
Why is this here? Curiouser and curiouser. Literally getting my ass beaten. Oh, maybe... Maybe it's the one as part of the quest? Lost Treasure Hoarder Journal. Discovered an ancient ruin that remains unmarked on any map. The entrance has completely collapsed. If I manage to find a way in, I may discover some rare treasure. Convincing everyone that whatever's in there is going to be worth our while was tough going. The next part's going to be a walk in the park by contrast. There's no need to keep a low profile here. Didn't find aught else but this arcane formation and the peculiar barriers around it, and after all that effort too. There seems to be someone trapped inside the barriers. Can't tell if they are alive or not. Well, I'm not going back empty-handed, not after how far I've gone. That's just not my style. The remaining pages are filled with black stains, making the text unreadable. Okay. These do look like the missing pages from the book. Let's try putting one back in, shall we? And then we just need to concentrate and meditate on the book like before. The edges of the page gradually blur. After a spell of dizziness, the words seem to become clear. Enigmatic page 1. Read countless volumes here. It appears that these books were left behind by an ancient order. Kingdoms rise and fall, and when a civilization is annihilated, a new one will be born after from the ashes, which these books refer to as Fortuna, the Samsara. It's somewhat rudimentary, but theoretically at least, it bears striking resemblance to the computational scheme I have formulated and termed World Formula. The Loom of Fate, maybe? All the records are blurred with age, but were I able to quantify them to some extent, they could be of use in my World Formula calculations. No matter how many times I derive it, the result remains the same, though this result is not expected. Unlike the world depicted in these ancient texts, there will be no more new civilizations born, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. If it was that sort of power, there might be a chance. Here I found the magical techniques left behind by the Golden Troop. They seem to be referred to by various names. I'll go with this one for now. Based on my interpretation, it appears to be known as the Seal of Chemical Marriage and consists of 2 parts. However, it has been weathered too much to decipher any more information. Interestingly, I have encountered similar symbols in documents for the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute archives. They look complicated, yet the underlying principles are quite clear. If the records prove accurate, there are some key locations within the realm remaining. Related records may be found elsewhere as well. I should record my findings here for now, as they may prove useful in the future. Wow, this time even Paimon could start to understand. Seems like the confusion was all due to the pages that were missing before, huh? Awesome, let's put another page in now, shall we? As you start meditating again, you once more attempt to understand the page's contents. The edges of the page blur, and the incomprehensible shapes that line it leap forth, as if mounted on a pop-up book. Yet before you can make sense of what is happening, there is a rush of noise all around you, and you return to the world as it was. Enigmatic page 2. The pollution of the land and water wrought by the giant beast Elinas. Oh, so not a dragon, just referred to as a giant beast? Interesting. Seems to have been mostly purified and diluted. However, when it comes to Elinas itself, even the adults seem to be at a total loss. They simply cordoned off the surrounding area. Nevertheless, it was quite easy to sneak in. It felt rather strange slipping into the creature's mouth. And it reminded me of events from some of the stories I once read. Though I have no substantive evidence, I still sense some sort of will from it. Jacob did too. Wait, are these written by Rene? There were no signs of decay in the flesh. Instead, its body was hardening, as if forming a protective membrane. Given its current immobilized state, it looked like a self-defense mechanism to safeguard its internal organs. But if it does make sense, with such a wellspring of vitality, if my deduction is correct, it may also be used to enhance Jacob's strength by following the same principle. However, at this stage, there's no need to subject Jacob to such risks. I should get safe experimental data first through the Institute of Natural Philosophy, and then set specific research objectives. Although, as Jacob mentioned, this may waste a lot of precious time. After all, the flesh of Elinas remains toxic, and the risk of if Jacob Jacob has returned. He's quite brave, but also an idiot. He didn't give any thought to the possible consequences. We have no one else to rely on now. The data we've collected is still incomplete. Jacob had minor adverse reactions, primarily vomiting, but he recovered quickly and hasn't shown any other symptoms in the short term. His mental status and physical status remain stable. It's only possible because Jacob completely trusts me. Our lives are limited. Still, even if it's just for the future, we must find a way to get allies, get stronger, and prevent disaster. Alain has enrolled in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. He should fit right in with his sharp mind. I brought the pocket watch he gave us, and we compared the time only to find there was already a significant discrepancy. We agreed to meet at the Institute. The brightest minds of Fontaine are gathered there, and we can expect to make huge progress and get much needed help. As for Marianne, just the sight of her fills me with joy. We had a long discussion about the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute, but Jacob was crying through most of it. I didn't tell them about Jacob. It's because Uncle Guillotine, who was with them, is part of the Maison Gardiennage. Although he seems to be treating Alain... Wait, I thought Alain was... Guillotine. Okay. And Marianne very well, he still can't be trusted. After all, father and mother... It was all the doing of their lackeys and goons. Well, Paimon can read the words now, but the author's intended meaning is still a total mystery. We'll just have to put this large page in and see what we get. Maybe the contents will link up or something. Enigmatic page 3. The tests on Jacob's strength continue. As before, the flesh and blood of the great beast Elinas is being used as nutrition. Jacob seems to have gotten used to it, so there's nothing to worry about anymore. Thus, the adverse reactions observed before may just have been caused by Jacob's feelings of disgust. It's a relief to know that his physical condition hasn't been harmed. Jacob still eats, but only out of habit, and no longer as a necessity for survival. But I suppose it's a good thing, because eating together is nice. It suddenly occurred to me that jam was somewhat similar to the flesh and blood of Elinas, so I made a joke about it. Jacob seemed quite uncomfortable. The results have improved significantly in comparison to previous tests. Perhaps more can be done. Then the next step would be to attempt the opening of a passage. Ayo. The passage was opened successfully, though it only lasted a short while. During this time, many black monsters that were shaped like dogs emerged. Okay, so they were opening a way to the abyss. They were... Was that a bunny or a moth? They were very aggressive and terrifying, but thank goodness Jacob was here. Though he was so scared he was crying, he still managed to wipe them out while bawling. He must have been a kid at the time. These monsters are identical to those we discovered during our desert expedition. However, those were salt grey, stiff, and immobile at the time, so it was relatively safe. Yeah, so they were exploring in the realm of I forget. I'm certain their properties are nearly identical to those of Elinas. Oh! So Elinas was a giant riff wolf? The Canarian records mention passages appearing in large numbers, and numerous dangerous monsters that look like dogs emerging from them. It's very likely that they are the same type. It can be safely postulated that the location these passages link to is full of monsters, and I shall tentatively call them beastly rifts. Thus, these hounds may be called rift hounds. Oh. This person was the first one to name them. It must be Rene, right? As you read faster and faster, you fall into a trance and arrive again in that mysterious space. The same voice from before rings out. No matter how many times I run the calculations, the results are the same. After a few hundred years, all the birthing waters of the world will dry up, and a few hundred years after that, the world will become as it appears now before us. This is quite the predicament. Hey, come on now, don't cry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here, aren't I? Don't you trust me? Also, Alain and the others will definitely help. Also, I bet you'll definitely be able to survive in this world. You're special. I know. You're worried that constitution of others is different from yours. That's reasonable. Well, that's why we need to continue researching the things left behind by the Golden Troop. Perhaps we'll discover... Oh, wait, is Golden Troop referred to, Rheindotter? Perhaps we'll discover some new possibilities. We'll go back to the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute together and take a look, okay? The voice drifts away again. After what feels like a long time, though in this world time seems to no longer measure changes in matter, you hear the voice once more. It looks like he won't help us anymore. You're the only one I can rely on now. Hey, come on. Don't be like that. I'm sad too, but I won't cry until after the fat lady sings. Moreover, we still have to find a way to cure him. Don't be scared. It'll all go smoothly. There are already lots of people willing to listen to us if we want to persuade them further. Besides belief, we'll also need ceremony. As for the name, we'll call it the Book of Revealing and put it in the form of a book. We'll use our secret cipher to write it. Everyone only sees the world that their cognitive framework allows them to see, but using this method, we can share the visions we have foreseen with others. Just as you begin to listen closely to what the voice is saying, it begins to gradually fade away. At the same time, you feel the world around you suddenly begin to collapse, and with a roaring sound resounding, you wake again. Are you okay, Harley? Was that an earthquake just now? Earthquake? What earthquake? Nothing happened here. Paimon did get a little dizzy, but you looked like you'd fainted. You didn't wind up in some mysterious space again, did you? Just what's going on with that weird space anyhow? It's abyssal. And if you think about it, it's pretty dangerous too. What if you go in and can't get back out? So just what did you encounter inside? I seem to have witnessed a premonition that someone had. Huh? The pages we found before did mention something about deductions and calculations too. Could it be that the things revealed inside that space were actually the result of such deductions? If what you say is true, then this was actually a book of prophecies, wasn't it? But why make the format so complicated? If the author didn't want people to understand it, wouldn't it have been better to not write it at all? Actually, I also heard all kinds of sounds while I was meditating, but they were just the songs of birds and flowers. I don't know anything about the prophecy you spoke of. It seems we must enter that space again to understand what is going on. If we meditate together this time, we should be able to enter it. Paimon's still worried. Wait, Paimon wants to come too. No way is she going to stay here alone. Once again, you focus upon meditating, and the furor surrounding you fades. The world grows silent. Then you hear the tiniest of sounds, and a feeling that is wrath, or perhaps grief, wells up within your heart. Your very soul feels drawn to this mysterious sound, and as you follow that sound, a whole world, utterly alien, supremely familiar, races to meet you. What? Where the heck did we end up? This is like some kind of dreamscape. This must be the strange place you were talking about before. It's much more vivid than before. Did the author of the book really create this space? And they hid such a big space inside it too. Well, Paimon doesn't know how they did it, but this place looks like a ruin. Also, we meditated with Canotila to get here, but we're the only two people around right now. She didn't fall somewhere, did she? Oh no, things could get bad if she winds up in danger. Let's go find her. Hurry. Paimon sees her. That's Canotila over there, right? Canotila, over here. Can she not hear us? Oh, this is like the little abyss thing that the Wolf Lord comes out of. I don't know if we should be going in this. Wait. This looks like the... This looks just like the library in Enkanomiya. Huh? Where'd Canotila go? She was just here a moment ago. Wait, there's something on the ground. Pick it up and take a look. You pick up a page from a book. Scattered page. See that? That's the conclusion the world formula arrived at after countless calculations. The scene we foresaw, the destruction after the cataclysm, and this world where not even a sweet flower or mint can grow. That'd be Karia. That is the end of all things. Do you believe it at last? Whether you have arrived at this place via the Book of Revealing or the Looking Glass, lend me your strength that we may avoid this future. Just as I said, the only way is... Huh. Is this page the same as the ones we found before? How did it end up here? Let Paimon see. It's easily readable. Is it because we're in this strange space? Cataclysm? Destruction? Some kind of apocalypse? What? Even if Paimon can read the words, it still doesn't make any sense. This appears to be a prophecy. Huh, so it's as we guessed previously. So does this mean that this is the future the author wants us to see? A world where even sweet flowers and mints won't grow? Ugh, that's a terrible place no matter how you slice it. Paimon, yes, why is everyone so surprised about this? Paimon can read. But if that really is the future, shouldn't the author tell everyone about it and find a solution? Why make a place like this? Maybe this is the only way everyone will believe it. It also mentions some kind of looking glass. Seems like there are other ways to get in here. They've grown too powerful? Paimon is a travel guide. Yes, she can read. Still, Paimon doesn't think any of this will be much help in answering Canotila's questions. Ugh, forget it. Who cares about some dumb prophecy anyway? The important thing right now is to find Canotila. Let's keep looking. Hello. Oh, wrong button. Wait, I want that chest. Where the fuck are you taking me? Oh, up here. I see. Hi, Marie, the almost died here. Yeah, well, this is like a fake space. Up there, but how did Canotila get there? The fuck? This is like a fake space, yeah. Find Canotila. Where am I going? Beside her. That's a Rift Hound, isn't it? Canotila's in danger.
Right here.
Rift Hound? Gap infiltrating alien? Oh, what? This thing's easy as shit. No sign of Canotila or where she's gone. There's only this fellow here. That said, it doesn't seem to want to attack us anymore. That's a first for a Rift Hound, huh? It looks like it wants to say something to us. Not that we can understand it anyway. Wait, is Paimon seeing things? What's an ordinary little doggy doing here? Where'd that Rift Hound go? Harley, take a look. Is there something wrong with Paimon's eyes? Anything can happen in a dream. Jesus. Is it trying to tell us to go through that passage over there? Judging from its reaction, Paimon guessed right. Who knows where that's going to lead, but we weren't able to find Canotila anywhere, so maybe she did leave via that way. And it looks like there's no other route we can take, so let's just try it and see what happens. But I want the luxurious chest, wherever it went. It's down there. Wait, no! 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 I want the... Huh, we came right back. Or maybe we never even left. Oh, you had the same reaction as I did, Paimon. I guess maybe we get to go back there? Canotila, we were looking all over for you. Paimon kept calling out for you, but you never responded. That place was so dangerous, but you just ran around all over the place. Dangerous? The place we entered was so serene and peaceful, like a beautiful garden. Huh? But all we saw was rubble. That's odd. I kept looking for you two back in that previous space, but there were big trees and flowers everywhere, so I got lost. Fortunately, I followed the sound of a bird, then found a golden butterfly, which brought me up on top of the garden. What about the Rift Hound? We saw you in a Rift Hound. Oh right, that Rift Hound even turned into a dog. Ugh, now it feels like Paimon is just talking nonsense. That's always true, Paimon. I saw a little dog too. On top of the garden, there was a cute little dog that nodded at me and helped open the way out for me. I thought you both had gone somewhere else to play, and that I didn't need to worry, so I just came back here. And you? What did you discover? We found another page. Right, we found this inside, though we don't know if it'll be useful. It also looks like a page from this book. You open the page you found and show it to Canotila. The butterfly. It's the golden butterfly. Huh? What are you talking about? I can see golden butterflies flying out from the page, just like the one I saw in the space before. Never mind solving anything. We've got even more problems on our hands now. Seems like you really did see something completely different in that space. If that space is the future predicted by the author, then why did you see a garden? Just thinking about that makes Paimon's head hurt. But I was very happy inside. I didn't even think about those questions. Maybe that's what the book was trying to tell me all along. Even if we perceive differently, if we can communicate our feelings to one another, maybe the essence of things doesn't matter all that much after all. Paimon wouldn't say that we had a great time in there, but if you figured things out for yourself, good on you. Still, that place is pretty sketchy, and we don't yet have any clue as to what's up with that prophecy either. Speaking of the prophecy, this book makes it sound really scary, sure, but what if the things I saw were the real future? After all, such things aren't set in stone, are they? And since the book mentions other ways to enter that space, we may be able to figure this book and its prophecy out if we find them. And then maybe we can meet there again in that space. It might be better if we just meet in reality. Also, Canotila, don't go running around in that space anymore. Decipher page. 3 agents have been absorbed to date. Useful skills gained. Discovered from their memories that, regarding the Ordo's existence, the court of Fontaine has officially... Very interesting mechanism. With the right organ, consciousness can be transplanted. Has the knowledge to operate the mechanism. Understand the general idea after absorption, but other than an experimental model, all operated on a simple logic tree. An interesting attempt, but the path he chose was regrettable. Rene would definitely think so. Oh, maybe it wasn't? I don't know. Jacob got emotional because he does not wish to oppose the Guillotine siblings. Declined, of course. Alain Guillotine said before leaving that it seems that there's no going back. Alas, he is only a genius when it comes to machines. In all other things, he is but ordinary. He does not understand the future. He does not even realize that we hit the point of return long ago. I, however, will create the future, and there will be a place for him and Marianne Guillotine in it. Oh, Marianne was descended from the guy who founded the research institute. Most of the content has dissolved and is beyond comprehension. The content on the pages still consists of incomprehensible symbols, letters, ancient languages, and geometric figures, but a period of focus seems to gradually render their meaning comprehensible. Since memories can be made into books, if we reverse the logic, books can also be written directly into memories. What is it? Is there something you'd like to ask? About the Book of Revealing. No matter how I think about this, converting memories into books is quite the incredible deed. The creator of this book must have only been able to do this because they viewed the emotions in their memories as the most precious thing in the world. That doesn't change how difficult its contents are to pass, though. Sidile's back in the village on vacation. I'll have to ask her how to pass the exam and join the Melusines Phantom. So there's an exam for that too? Of course there is. Or do you think they just let anyone in? It's precisely because they're so strict that passing is considered impressive. I gotta go grab this chance to ask Sidile everything. And once I've made it, I'm gonna go show off to Verda. Puca, why are you here again? There shouldn't be any more monsters nearby, but who knows what other dangers there might be. Anyway, you shouldn't go running off on your own. I didn't run off, Paimon and Harley. I'm just looking for my token. Huh? You lost your token? Yup, it should be somewhere around that place I usually pick rocks from. You might have dropped it when you got trapped there before. Yeah, you might be right. I was too scared to care about anything else at the time. It's still a little scary to think about, but my token's very important. I have to find it. I just have to. Paimon thinks it'll be too dangerous if Puca goes there on her own. In that case, Harley, why don't we take a trip back there and help Puca find her token? Puca, just go home and wait for us. Leave it to us. Thank you, Harley and Paimon. I'll be good and wait for you at home. Oh, this should be Puca's token. That is not... okay. It's stuck to a really strange chunk of ore. Paimon's never seen a rock like this before. It looks so pretty. Maybe it's kind of a valuable gem. Let's bring it back with us then. Puca said she often picks up rocks here. She'll definitely know what this is. Puca, we're back. We found your token. You give the token to Puca. Oh yes, this is the one. Thank you so much. We also found something else while we were looking for your token. It's an ore we've never seen before. We thought it might be valuable, so we brought it back. If Paimon remembers correctly, you often pick up pretty stones around this area, right? Have you seen any stones like this before? Let me see. It really is pretty. But it's not precious at all. It's just an ordinary stone. It's true that you won't find anything like this in other places, but they're everywhere in nearby ore veins. Ah, so it's just an ordinary rock. Paimon thought it looked super valuable. Seems like we can't use it for anything else. Let's just find a place to dump it. But if you can't find the ore elsewhere... Oh, you mean we could make a fortune if we took it elsewhere and sold it? You do have a point. People don't normally go mining in a melusine village, which means they've probably never seen anything like this. Great thinking, Harley. Come on, let's take this stone to the court of Fontaine and show the merchants. If there's anything else you'd like to know about ores, come find me anytime. Though I don't run a gemstone workshop like my sister, and don't know much about appraisals or processing. Compared to precious gems, I prefer collecting all kinds of unique rocks. I guess you can say I know the local ore veins pretty well. Hehe, gotcha. Hey there, it's you again. Is there anything you'd like to know about ore? You can ask me anything. Even though I might not have an answer. About precious gems. There's lots of beautiful and sparkly stones in the ore veins nearby, but they're nowhere as good as real gemstones. If I were better at finding real gemstones, maybe I could open my own gemstone workshop, just like Sluasi. About the uses of ore. Huh? I've never thought about that before. I only collect stones because they're pretty. My oh my, I really wonder what they like to eat. What should I use as feed this time? Ah, hello, it's been a while. Would you like to have some tea? Feed? Ah, I see you heard me mumbling to myself. Actually, I've been trying to raise breacher premises recently, so I've been making plans to get acquainted with them. On friendly terms, of course. You can raise such creatures? Well, they are gentle and cute little things. Isn't it just like how humans own pets? Sometimes I feel my spirits lifted just from watching them walk around. Aww. Do you need any help preparing any feed? Thanks for the kind offer, but I haven't used up all the current feed I'm using. I'm just wondering what I should use next. They might suffer from unbalanced nutrition if they always eat only one thing, so I need to switch recipes frequently. By the way, what do you think would make the best feed? Tidalga membrane, barrel crunch organs, or dried limitoile skin? Are any of those nutritious in the first place? To be honest, I'm not sure either, but they might be nutritious to the breacher premises, considering how happily they eat the stuff. But if none of those options work, I may have to come up with something else. If Grana wants to join the Merchise Phantom someday, I guess I need to do my best too. Well, just a little bit. Why do you want to join up? Well, if I had to mention something, I don't really want to. That's more Grana's line of thought. She's a bit impulsive and rough around the edges when doing stuff, and she's very competitive, but that's what's cute about her, you know? I'd be quite worried for her if she really did manage to join, though. As such, if she wants in, then I want in along with her. That's fair. Just wants to take care of her friend. Welcome, welcome. Our store offers the most extensive selection of precious gems in the entire court of Fontaine. We also have a wide range of craft goods on sale. Anything catch your eye? If not, I would be delighted to meet any other demands. We've got some mysterious ore here. Yep, since you have such an extensive inventory, you should know its value, right? Oh, so you're here to trade ore? Then you've come to the right person. We offer some of the best and fairest prices in Fontaine. Let's see what you have here. You showed Shezil the strange ore you found earlier. Whoa, even I've never seen anything like this before. The unique sheen and smooth texture? Ooh, this is no doubt a rare variety. Pardon me for asking, but what exactly is this? It's a primonial rock. Hey, don't give it weird names. It's such a shame you only brought one chunk of ore. If only we had a steady supply. We could forge accessories that would take Fontaine by storm. Puca mentioned these stones were everywhere near the ore veins. Maybe we should ask her. We actually have a lot more of this ore. Really? That's wonderful! Anyway, in addition to the ore you brought, I'm willing to purchase more ore from you to make a batch of new products. I'm willing to put down an advance payment to show my sincerity, as long as you bring more ore the next time you visit. What do you think? I'd say it's a pretty fair deal. Hehe, Paimon thinks so too. It's a deal. Perfect. Here's your payment. I wonder how the accessories made from this ore will turn out. Can't say I'm not looking forward to it. I'll be here, waiting for your good news. Damn, we got 100k. Oh, so there really are buyers. Looking at that merchant, is it possible they're actually really useful gems? It's just that Puca didn't know. Let's hurry up and go back. We need to ask Puca where we can find more rocks like these. And maybe we can even use this opportunity to make a fortune. Puca, we're back. Holly and Paimon, are you here to play with me? Not really. You told us that we could ask you anything related to ore veins and gemstones, right? Yep, I've collected all the pretty stones around the area. What exactly do you want to ask about? It's about that stone we found last time. You tell Puca about how you sold this strange ore to the gemstone merchant. Huh? People outside really thought that it was a precious gemstone? But I've even shown it to my sister before. Humans really are hard to understand. But I know a lot of places with stones like this. If you want, I'll show you where they are. Puca marks the locations of the strange ore on your map. That'll be great. Thanks, Puca. Alright, here's the moral that Shaziel paid us as an advance fee. We could give you half, you know. Oh, it's alright. We don't really need anything like that in the village anyway. Not to mention how you've helped me so much too. This should be the place that Puca marked out for us. But Paimon can't see that ore from before anywhere. It couldn't be hidden inside these strange crystals, right? Looks like we found a lot of that strange ore. Let's bring it to the gem merchant like we agreed. Welcome. Oh hey, it's you, my gemstone suppliers. Yep, we brought lots of that ore, as promised. Whoa, you found so much. This is an enormous help. I already sent the ore to the workshop, but I still haven't received my sample product yet. It could be because the artisans aren't familiar with working with a gem of this kind and ran into some trouble. But worry not, I trust my judgment. I'm planning to turn them into accessories that'll no doubt become the newest craze all across Fontaine. You'll see what the final product looks like the next time you visit. I'll give you some samples as a gift when the time comes. Or perhaps, you might see the most fashionable of the nobility wearing them before you even arrive. Alright then, you're always welcome to come back another time. A Tidalga slurry, the crushed innards of limitoile, and a little... Wait, how much is a little exactly? Hey, are you making some soup? Ugh, that smells really weird. It smells weird? That can't be. I followed the formula Carabosse gave me exactly, so it should smell normal. It smells like someone fermented a sea bass for 3 years and a fat of dead frogs. Ugh, did you have to say that? Now Paimon has that image in her head. Anyway, what are you doing? Do you, need help? It's a potion. I'm formulating a potion. One that'll help lots of people. So rude! It smells bad, I don't know what to tell you. So you're a potioneer then? Not yet. I'm just an assistant to a master potioneer. Her name is Carabosse, and I, Verenata, still have much to learn from her. Well, an assistant to a great doctor must be a great assistant, right? Yeah. Wait, no, not at all. There are so many things I still don't know. I'm just working as hard as I can to help her make potions. Also, I've told you my name, but I don't know yours yet. Paimon's Paimon, and she's Harley. Paimon, what a nice name. Reminds me of a noisy white jellyfish. Harley, that's a slightly strange name, and it gleams like gold, but it's very friendly. Pleased to meet you. Paimon. Oh well, you just asked if I need help, and I do. But I don't know if you'd be willing to help. Ask away. Exactly, if you need help, you should just say so. I'd like you to try my new potions. Eh? I know potions smell and taste bad, but they can help lots of people and cure many illnesses. They're very useful things. But we can't get sick, and we don't like drinking strange things. Over time, people stopped helping me taste my potions, and that's been a big problem for me. You're the one who said this stuff is weird. It isn't dangerous, is it? It's fine. We don't get poisoned by them. So you shouldn't either. Well, at least in theory, anyway. There are a total of 3 potions that need testing. One will help people fight better. The other will help keep people feeling warm. And the last one, I'm not sure how to put this, but Carabosse says it can help people understand the truth. That's what she said, anyway. I'm still not sure what it means. That does sound dangerous. No, it's not dangerous. Anyway, would you like to help? If you would, I'll take you to the test site now. I'll help you. Let's go. Just don't go drinking yourself into danger. A while later, you arrive at the beach. Thank you. Let's try the first type then. Don't drink too much of it, Harley. Just spit it out if something feels off, okay? Don't worry, Paimon. I'll be fine. Paimon's just worried, you know. I'm ready. Pass me the potion. This one's called the Super Duper Potion, and it'll make you super strong. Well, in theory at least. You take the potion from Verenata and drink it in one go. It has a pungent odour that's hard to bear, but it tastes sweet and sticky, and isn't hard to swallow. Otherwise, however, your body has no reaction to it. At her direction, you then wait until some breach of premises become active.
Right here. Emerge.
Huh? These monsters, are they also attracted to the Super Duper Potion? Why are they still coming afterwards when it's obvious that Harley's something? You really are amazing. Come on, Harley, you can do it. Careful, careful. Whoa, is this the potion's effect? So did you defeat those creatures so easily because of the Super Duper Potion? I didn't feel much, but it was pretty sweet. But it smelled terrible. Huh, is that so? Did I get something wrong? Don't be so down. At least it wasn't poisonous. We can take that as a win, right? Alright then, let's bring this Super Duper Potion testing to a close first. Next, let's test this Coasty Toasty... Why can't I say this? Next, let's test this Coasty Toasty Potion. Did you, come up with these names yourself? No, I'm no good at making up names, so I just let others help me come up with much better ones. Well, I don't see that. Really, and for something like potions, the name should let you know what it does right away anyway, right? I've never heard that before. But you're right. That's what a Master Potioneer should be like. Anyway, are you ready to test this potion, Harley? Sure, let's start. Oh boy, this one smells like a disaster too. Theoretically, this Coasty Toasty Potion will spare you from the effects of the cold and keep you warm. Yeah, probably. You take the potion from Verenata. It smells like dusty, musty old leather. You hesitate for a moment before drinking it all in one gulp. It's not a bad tasting drink, being spicy with hints of cinnamon and ginger. It reminds you of a crackling fireplace on a rainy day. Otherwise, however, your body has no reaction to it. Afterwards, you rest for a while at her instruction. Monsters! Why are there monsters? So many, crabs? These are slimes, besties. What are you talking about? Crabs? These are slimes! These are also slimes! What the fuck?
Right here.
Don't you forget to like... What did Paimon say, eh? Harley kicks butt, kicking butt. This isn't quite the expected effect. Are you alright, Harley? Are you okay? Sorry. I didn't know that the medicine would attract strange things like that. Oh, they do acknowledge that it was slimes. They just fucked up before. Don't worry, pyro slimes are weak. Wait, no, it's just that you're too strong. Wait, did you just say pyro slimes? Oh, that's right. We actually only saw a bunch of huge crabs. What? No, we fought pyro slimes. What is the truth? But the burning sensation was very real. I could even feel the heat waves coming from them. I see. Hallucinogenic effects. Oh, I see. Alright, I've written it down. Well, at least it wasn't completely ineffective, but... Regardless, it's great that you're alright. It's just that... Sorry, the potion didn't work again. It's fine. Anyway, even though it smells terrible, it's at least half successful. You see, Harley was totally fine even after drinking it. True, I've already bothered you so much already, but there's one final potion that needs testing. Are you still okay with that? Well, I've gotten this far. Exactly. What would the point of all this be if we gave up halfway? That said, it's not like Paimon's not worried or anything, but... Yes, thank you so much. Well, next up is the True Sight potion. Eh? Wait just a minute. The first one was a super duper potion. The next was the coasty toasty potion. And this one's called... the True Sight potion, which means it can let people see the truth. What's wrong with that? It's nothing. Paimon just thinks that this one's name is completely different compared to the others. It's like a 360-degree turn. Doesn't that mean it's no different? Huh? Paimon doesn't have that many fingers. You know what Paimon meant anyway. Wait, are they making fun of all the people who, like, think that 360 means 180? That's because the Master Potioner named the first two for me, and I named this one. I'm no good at names, though, so it's definitely not as good as the names she came up with. Really? Paimon thought it was the other way around. Either way, have some more confidence. In fact, that's a proper name for a potion. Thanks. Anyway, this potion's different from the previous two, so it might be very dangerous. So please come to my workshop. If we're in the sea, the environment should help moderate the potion's effects, and my workshop has tools to deal with the dangers, so... Wow, this one sounds like a real doozy. Let's begin then. Alright, follow me. Here, this is my workshop, where I conduct my experiments. Okay, now for the next experiment. We'll be testing the True Sight potion. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh, please be careful. You take the potion from Verenata, and the rank odour of masses of dead seagrass left to rot under the tropical sun assaults your nostrils, causing you to gag involuntarily. You hesitate for a moment, and then drain it in a single gulp. Just hold your nose. The taste of the potion itself isn't nearly so awful, and in fact, it really lacks any kind of distinct taste. Otherwise, however, your body has no reaction to it. Afterwards, you rest for a while at her instruction. Absolutely nothing changes during that time. But not long after... What? It looks like nothing has changed. Phew, Paimon can stop worrying now. Yes, but Harley, you look like you were stunned for a moment. What's wrong? Did you see something? I saw half of a semi-transparent boat. Really? Fascinating. But, can you provide a more detailed description? It looked like it had been cut in half by something huge. Sorry. I must have drifted off for a second there. But I've already written it all down. Thank you very much. Thanks to you both, I've collected a great many awesome notes this time. I'll definitely be able to use them for the next batch of potions. Though I've heard something very familiar. Yes, but there's still so much to observe to see if others can see the same phenomenon. Does that mean you still need to find other people to help you test your potions? Yes, that's correct. Because, I must have 2 or more reliable witnesses who see the same thing in order to prove that the potion really can allow people to see the truth, right? The truth will not be limited or constrained by the eyes and perspectives of the viewer, and won't be distorted by what is in their hearts. It objectively exists there, and it just is. Like gods that live for thousands of years? No, like the white sand, like the bones of sea stars. Like the waves that crash and pound, those are truth. But the Master Potioner has also said that truth can also be created through dreams and memories. Yep, this is Soul. I don't quite get it, and it seems like a contradiction to me, but I'm trying my best to understand. Wow, the topic got so deep so quickly. Then let's not talk about such things for now. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for your help. Please, take these. Also, be sure to come back again next time I make a new potion. Harley and Paimon, we meet again. Hey, Verenata. It's been a while. Yeah, at least like 5 minutes. What are you doing here? Don't tell Paimon that you've crafted some new potion and are looking for more guinea pigs. No, that's not it. Actually, we found a new melusine who's willing to help test that potion. Carabosse herself has already headed over to thoroughly document the potion's efficacy. It's just... What? It's just... The Carabosse was so excited to hear that someone's willing to test it that she left home without bringing the potion. Carabosse? Isn't she the great potioneer that you mentioned last time? That's right. Thanks to Harley's help in testing our potions last time, we've gathered quite some data and information with which the Master Potioneer managed to modify the formulae. But didn't you tell us that no one's really willing to help the test because those potions aren't used to cure diseases? It's kind of strange that someone's willing to do tests for you. Could it be that this melusine secretly enjoys drinking strange stuff? No, the melusine in question is named Topyas. She claims to be a musician and volunteered when she heard that the Master Potioneer had developed some wondrous potion. Huh? That makes even less sense to Paimon. Why would a musician be interested in a potion? Perhaps it's a potion that can boost her musical talent. Paimon doesn't think melusines usually take shortcuts like that, though. To be honest, I don't know the details either. But Carabosse once said that potions and music are essentially connected, given that they both serve to manifest truth. Oh yes, speaking of that, do you still remember the True Sight potion I got you to test previously? We're bringing to Pierce the enhanced version of that potion. The Master Potioneer seems to be really pleased with its modified formula. The enhanced version? The True Sight potion Harley tested was already strange enough. The effects of the enhanced version might be even worse, you know? Anyway, can I ask you two for one more favor? I still have to gather lots and lots of herbs before the Master Potioneer returns. So I can only ask you two to take this potion to us. To her. She should be with Topyas at the moment. Oh, so it sounds like we just need to bring this potion over then? That seems easy enough. And this time we'll finally meet that Master Potioneer. I'm quite interested in the potion, actually. Yeah, maybe there's even a potion that helps you find hidden treasure. Just think of the mora we'd make. Thank you so much for taking the potion to the Master Potioneer. That's a really big conch. Look, they must be Topyas and the Potioneer. Let's head over. Wololo, so many moons. 1, 2, 3. Wololo, the stars are dancing. Wololo. What the? I don't understand what you said at all. It seems that the truth shall remain elusive without the use of our latest potion after all. Huh? So I guess this is the Master Potioneer we've heard so much about. She looks exceptionally ordinary to Paimon, though. Oh, and who are you? It sounds like you're looking for me specifically. Humans attracted by my fame. I never realized my reputation as a potioneer had already spread so far along humankind. Though, as you can see, I am in the middle of an important experiment. If you desire a potion of my formulation, I must ask you to wait a bit longer. Okay, that's not it at all. But you're right to say that we're looking for you. Verenata asked us to bring you this. You give the enhanced True Sight potion to Carabosse. Ooh la la, you've done me a great favor. To be honest, I'd forgotten to bring this improved version of the True Sight potion, and that left me at quite the loss. Speaking of which, I do not believe I have yet learned your names, dear benefactors. Alright, Tingyun, go off. Paimon's Paimon, and she's Harley. Harley, could you be the one assisted with testing potions before? I recall seeing your name in Verenata's notes. In the flesh. Well, it is thanks to your previous assistance that I was able to use her precious notes to create an improved version. And thus, it is clear that I owe you both a debt of gratitude. Should you require any potions, please just tell me. No need to be polite. In that case, a potion that can make more out of... Wait, that's not what we're here for. That's Topyas, right? It seems like she's gone all loopy. Is she really okay? Oh, that. You needn't worry. We melusines are quite hardy, and won't be in any danger just from drinking something odd. You just straight up admitted that your potions are strange, didn't you? In addition, in order to prevent any issues from popping up during the experiment, I specially concocted this pick-me-up potion to neutralize the effects. Using it should allow Topyas to immediately return to normal. Carabosse administers the pick-me-up potion to Topyas, who quickly becomes more lucid. Wololo, now that felt like a very long time. Whoa, strangers! Haven't seen you around before. Well now, let me introduce them. These two are Paimon and Harley. They are my benefactors. They were potion testers previously. Oh, I see now. Hello, I'm Topyas, a musician from Mercy Village.
Oh, Topyas. Maybe it's Topyas. Why was I saying Topyas? Topyas.
Hehe, hiya there,
Topyas. Why do I want to say Topyas again?
It was also they who helped deliver the new formulation to me this time. With this, we can begin the final experiment. The experiment that will grant us insight into the truth.
Paimon's been really curious for a while now, but why would Topyas want to try this potion that supposedly lets you see the truth? Though Harley tried it before, all she saw was this really weird ghost ship.
Well, how should I put it? The essence of my music is an attempt to reveal the truth hidden all around us, things we usually do not see. Like the whisper of the waves, the call of sea stars, and joyous choruses of the sands.
What? Paimon understands this less the more you go on.
Anyway, it functions on the same principle as Carabosse's True Sight potion. I had hoped to create music that could transmit the truth by my own strength, but I really don't have much time to prepare, and I want to give my mare her gift as soon as possible. If I can't create a wonderful song quickly enough, then my mare might leave the village again before it's ready.
Oh, so it's a gift for my mare.
Eh? You know her too?
We're friends of hers. That's right, we're totally adventuring companions.
Wow, since you're my mare's partners, you must be really reliable. With your help, maybe I could get that thing.
What thing?
Well, legend says that under the waters here, within a sealed ancient cave, lies the score upon which the melody of Vesta is recorded. Though no melusine has ever successfully entered the cave and retrieved the score, I've heard that when that melody is played, the listeners will be transported into a fantastical dreamland. So if we could obtain it, then I could still perform a song for my mare as a gift, even without the True Sight potion. But there won't be anyone to help me test potions then.
Wait a minute, hold it. Didn't Topyas say that the music score was hidden in some sealed underwater cave? We've opened up a lot of seals in our time, sure, but if all we have to go on is some vague legend, this could be a long shot.
That's true, but even so, can I ask you to at least accompany me to look at the seal? I'll definitely pay you. After all, you're my mare's traveling companions. Once you see that seal, I'm sure you'll definitely find a way to open it.
Well, if you put it like that, maybe we can at least go with you and take a look. Well, we are getting paid.
How very interesting. Why, I think I'll come along. We've arrived. This is it. If we enter through here, we'll reach the cave where the legendary lost music is hidden. I've heard that the humans who lived here hid it inside long, long ago.
It's just a legend, isn't it? You said that nobody's ever been inside, right? Maybe someone just saw the seal here and made up a legend about it.
I guess that might be possible. No, wait. This is a really ancient legend, and I heard it when I was young. There's no way it could be fake.
Bestie. Well, this seal looks pretty ordinary, and since it's here, there's got to be a mechanism that opens it. Let's look around.
Don't bother. I've looked all over this area here countless times, and there's nothing that looks even vaguely like a mechanism. And if there really was, then it would have been discovered ages ago, instead of nobody being able to get inside.
Well, if there are no mechanisms around, even Harley wouldn't be able to break the seal. Could someone have hidden them in some way that no one can find them?
Oh, you mean some kind of invisible mechanism? Well, this seems like a job for yours truly.
Eh?
Have you already forgotten the True Sight potion you brought me? It is a potion that allows one to see what cannot be seen.
Huh? You mean anyone who drinks it will be able to see the mechanisms? Well, Harley did see some really weird stuff after drinking it before, but it doesn't seem all that reliable.
Rest assured, though I can't guarantee that it will work if a melusine drinks it, things will certainly work out if Harley does. After all, this improved version is based upon the data we gained from the last time you tried it. So from a certain perspective, Harley is the perfect test subject for this new version.
Baloney, you just want us to keep being your guinea pigs.
Come now, this formula truly is my pride and joy. If there really is some mechanism that cannot be seen, you will definitely be able to see it if you drink this. You've tried it once before, have you not? It can't hurt to have another go.
A capital proposal. You should still be careful.
Then please, drink this true sight potion. I am looking forward to your feedback.
You take the true sight potion from Carabosse and gulp it down before the pungent aroma has a chance to spread. Just like before, it seems not to taste like anything.
Good. The potion should be taking effect by now. Try to see if you can find what we're looking for nearby.
This.
The seal really opened. I didn't even see how you did it. Holly must have seen something we cannot and done something to it.
That's right.
Oh, what an excellent result. Something that only those who see the truth can interact with. This truth is not bound to the confines of our own thoughts and eyes. It is different from ordinary subjective records. It is a completely reliable and objective record. Though I cannot say if it is because of your innate talents or the potion, I believe the development of this true sight potion has certainly taken its first step towards success. Next, we must figure out the underlying principles behind the potion's effects and continue to improve it.
Huh? You don't even understand the basic principles behind how it works and asked us to test it anyway? That's way too irresponsible.
What can I say? Potioneering is an experimental science. Practical results are more important than principles in theory. Without experimentation, even I have no way to possibly confirm its effects.
Then Paimon has no idea what to say. But ignoring the potions for now, at least we can finally enter the cave.
True. The lost musical score of the Melody of Vesta should be inside. Let's hurry in and look. Although I am also quite interested in this legendary lost music. Now that I have received new feedback concerning the True Sight potion, I should go back and work on its next iteration. As such, I shall be taking my leave for now. My thanks, benefactors. Remember, if there are any other potions you'd like to try in the future, come and find me.
She just wanders off. Anyway, since the seal is open, let's go in and have a look. Maybe we'll find something unexpected. Whee! Pretty. I love the music. Pretty. Fuck off. Huh, there's no treasure here. Let's go look somewhere else. What? Where else is there to check? Oh, wait. Did we come up from... Oh, over here. Okay. Oh, wait. Did that not work? Oh, okay.
I haven't seen its contents yet, but this bronze plate should be the lost score for the Melody of Vesta.
Seriously? We found it so easily?
Well, whatever the case, let's leave first. We'll open it once we get ashore.
Hey.
Here we are. Now let's look at the score we just found. Just what kind of music is it recorded? Paimon can't wait to find out.
After a quick cleanup, you present the lost musical score to Topyas.
Yeah, no. I can't understand what this score says at all.
Huh? But aren't you a musician, Topyas? You should have no trouble reading musical scores.
Though the bronze plate does have a musical score on it, I've never seen any of the symbols before. I've read lots of human notation before, but this is really the first time I've seen anything like this. Oh, what am I gonna do? If I can't understand this notation, then I won't be able to play a beautiful enough song for ma mère.
Come on, don't worry. Since it's a music score, there's definitely some way to read it. We just need to find someone who can understand it. Yeah, since it's a lost ancient score, maybe it uses some kind of lost ancient language. Anyway, it should be fine if we go and find Catherine in the court of Fontaine. Fontaine is full of artists, and if the Adventurers Guild helps us, we can definitely find someone who can read it. Why don't you head back and wait for us, Topyas? Once we figure this thing out, we'll come find you.
Then I'll leave it to you.
Oh. Could you come over here for a moment? Sure. Huh? Serene? Why did you call out to us? Did something happen?
Yeah, so remember when you two said you wanted to go collect some components, right?
Collecting components? Aha, you mean fixing Seymour?
Yeah, at that time I didn't have many components with me, so I couldn't help you two. So I went out and collected some more.
Whoa, you sure got a lot.
Please take them. This way you can speed up the repairs, right?
Well, thanks a lot, but Seymour is already fixed.
Huh? Already? Wow, I should have expected that from you two. If that's the case, you doubly deserve these components.
Huh?
You've been putting in a lot of work to help everyone, right? If that's the case, then I would like you two to have these components as a token of my gratitude. Thank you for taking care of everyone in the village. It just so happens that Sana is here in the village too. If you need anything, you can trade with her using these components.
Oh, nice.
If you've got shiny stuff, come exchange them with Sana.
Shiny stuff?
That's right, shiny components just like this one. As long as we've got enough of them, we might be able to create a super giant mega machine, one even larger than Elinas. Ooh, just thinking about it gets me all excited. Sometimes I go out of the village to collect little things that aren't shiny yet, and I would find ways to make them shiny. Whatever the case, the more shiny stuff, the better. Like I said, if you've got some, you can exchange them here at Sana's.
Huh, I haven't seen you around before.
Oh, if you're talking about where I was then, I was at the Fontaine Research Institute. There's nowhere better to go if you want to learn how to make awesome clockwork mecha. There's a super cool, super huge machine there too. But one day I will make something larger still.
Fair. And what can we exchange them for?
Well, all this stuff here. If you see anything you like, just tell me.
Oh, cool. Ooh, enigmatic page. Yes, please. Huh. So, I have 8 left. So it seems like you can just keep... There's like a bunch of quests you can get these from.
Let's go.
Long time no see, Catherine. It looks like you're busy. We'll wait over there. It's fine. This young lady has almost finished settling her business. Are you here for new commissions today? Oh, no, not this time. We're actually here to post one. I never thought there would be a problem seasoned adventurers like yourself couldn't solve. What is the commission you would like to post? Actually, you explain the situation with the lost music score to Catherine. Huh? It sounds like you're talking about music. Oh, the young lady who was just here posting a commission is also a musician. Perhaps she may have some leads for you. Hello, my name is Taifair. Could I have a look at the score you just mentioned just now? Of course, if you can understand it, that would be amazing. Let me see. Yes, this material and this notation of phonetic notes. It is exactly as I thought. This is a score left behind by the ancient Romurians. Romurians? You've never heard of it? Remuria is the name of the ancient civilization that controlled these waters before the foundation of the court of Fontaine. Phonetic notes were a writing system used by the Romurians, but rather than recording languages, they were used to record music. The civilization of the Romurians were based around music. It is said that they once built a massive musical instrument, even grander than our opera house, that was capable of playing music even to the dome of the sky. Oh, I wonder whether the Romurians lived in the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute. Because all of that stuff was like designed, themed around music. Like there was like organs on the walls and stuff, and there was like sheet music stands. The legends say that they sailed musical ships that could carry thousands. Ah, the ships. And that each sigh and shudder of every note was carried to the edges of their empire. But thousands of years ago, a great flood destroyed all of this in a single day. The civilization of Remuria also perished in that cataclysmic tide. But though the civilization of Remuria vanished, they left behind a rich legacy for Fontaine, especially in the arts. Whether in music, drawing, or sculpture, we have all been deeply influenced by the Remurian civilization. It would not be exaggerating to say that they are the font of all the arts in Fontaine. Not to mention one of the greatest musicians in Fontaine's history, Boethius. He himself served as the harmos for the court of Remuria itself. Oh, he's referenced in, one of the new, like, I don't remember if it's the artifact set lore or if it's something else. Well, since you obviously knew enough to give that whole speech, then you should have no problem reading the score, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had gotten so far off topic. Any musician who wishes to attain greatness must study the musical theory left behind by Remuria, the Melody of Vesta. Though I have never seen the movements written here before, since it has been written using ordinary phonetic notes, it's not difficult at all to understand, But what? There isn't going to be some new problem to solve, is there? However, this music cannot be performed using ordinary instruments. Based on the arrangement of the phonetic symbols, it must have been written for a specific instrument. So if we want to play this music, we'll have to find some kind of special instrument? This is getting more and more complicated. That's correct. I recall that according to legend, the Remurians would sometimes use a huge conch to perform music of this sort. Ah, there's one down in Mercy Village. A huge conch. Paimon feels like we've seen one somewhere before. There was one back where we ran into Topyas. Oh, that's right. Maybe that thing really is... It looks like you two already have a lead. If you don't mind, I'll mark up the movements on the score for you. That way, anyone with even a basic sense of music theory should be able to understand it. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much. Since your problem has already been successfully resolved, I believe it will be unnecessary to post your commission. As for the reward, you can simply give it directly to this young lady. There's no need for a reward. Being able to see a score from Remuria that I've never seen before is reward enough for me. In that case, we'll see you later. Hey, Topyas, we're back! Oh, it's you, Harley, Paimon. We figured the music out. But before we talk about that, there's something we want to ask you. About the giant conch we saw. Oh, if you're asking about conch harps, then yes, that is indeed an instrument. In fact, it's the first instrument I learned to play. Then it looks like we were right on the Mora. See, you give the annotated copy of the Melody of Vesta to Topyas, and then you tell her about the lost score and the conch harp, which Taillefer mentioned. Oh, now I understand. So this music was originally written to be played by a conch harp. To tell the truth, if it weren't for the conch harp, I wouldn't even have any interest in music. My first memories of this world are all of the conch harp. As for why, well, it's because my token is the component used to play conch harps, of course. But perhaps it's because the sound of conch harps is a bit too unique, or maintaining them is too complicated. I would always attract a bunch of strange creatures whenever I played it. At some point, I just stopped using it to play music. Harley, will you help me clean up the conch harp? All we need to do is place this token and clean up the conch's mouthpiece. Then we just need to adjust the token, and then we can start playing. Oh, so we just need to put it in then? That's what she said. That's a piece of cake. Let's go over together. Paimon's really looking forward to this. Paimon wonders just what kind of music we're going to get. If that's the case, then why don't you study the score here, Topyas? We'll go place your token in the meantime. It's been so long. Would anything else have gone wrong with the harp in the meantime? Anyway, I'm counting on you. Okay. Looks like we'll probably need this guy. Wait, where am I going? Am I going behind it? Oh, up here. Ah, we mounted it up, but there's no response. At times like these, we just need to give it a smack or something, right? Oh, okay. Here comes a whole bunch of armored crabs. And these are strange things that Topyas said would be attracted to the performance. No wonder conch harp performances became impossible. Come on, let's help clean this up. There are so many armored crabs here. Is this their home? Probably. We just interrupted them. This one must be their leader. It's so big. But how did it even manage to get inside? That's what she said. Attack me. Oh. After Topyas makes some last-minute adjustments to the components on the conch, she begins the conch harp performance. Ooh. Wow, what wonderful music! Even though it took so long, Paimon knew it wasn't all for nothing the instant she heard it. It washed away all our fatigue, just like that. Yes, even though it can't carry people off into a dreamscape like the legend says, it is truly beautiful music. It's definitely good enough to be a parting gift from a mère. Thank you both so much. You both spend so much time running around and work so hard for the sake of my music. After all, we're Mamère's companions. Anyway, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Alright, and this is the reward I promised you. If you have time, please come back and listen to more beautiful music. Hello. I've been continuing to practice the Melody of Vesta recently. Have you played it for Mamère? Not yet, I'm afraid. I mean, she's often out of the village, and no one can find her when that happens. But when she's around, I also feel kinda embarrassed. This song's supposed to be a gift after all. I have to practice a few more times. But I'll find a chance to play for her. I'm sure of it. Oh. It's Harley and Paimon, the bringers of exotic flowers. Hello, Cosanzeana. Have the flowers we brought been going well? About that. I haven't gone to look at them for a whole day. Didn't you like the flowers? Why aren't you looking after them? Oh, they were so hard to get, so I do want to take good care of them. So much. But when I think that they might wither before my eyes, I'm scared to go. Oh wow, you really are very concerned about them. Why don't we go have a look together? If anything bad happens, we'll help you out. There's no point in worrying too much. You're right. Let's go together. With the two of you to help me, I feel like we can handle this. Oh, there's the garden, eh? Why is there a breach of Primus wrecking it? Huh? Hey, buddy! Shoo! Get away from my flowers! My precious flowers! They've been ruined. Oh no, what a pity. So the reason your flowers couldn't grow is because of the damage done by the breach of Primus? I'm going to keep watch next to my flowers from now on. I'm never leaving again. Wait, calm down for a second, Cosanzeana. Let's think of another solution together. First off, why would the breach of Primus damage your flower garden? Did any breach of Primuses come after you? No, never. That bad guy would only dare do such things behind my back. Ooh, now I'm really mad. Wow, Paimon didn't expect Cosanzeana could also get so angry. Guess she really does care a lot about these flowers. No shit. But thinking back for a moment, it's not like the Primuses ran away once she got close. Perhaps it's not the flowers that are attracting them. That's possible. Let's check the area around the garden and see what we can find. My garden. Why did that bad guy want to destroy my garden? Aw, there's still flowers alive here. Nothing special. What's buried over here? Whoa, look out!
Right now, emerge.
You pile of oh, okay. Awesome, Harley. You turned that ugly machine into beautiful components. Kabam! Just like that. Well, it won't be troubling this garden again. Some of the flowers have been damaged, but the rest still look like they're in good shape. There shouldn't be any breach of Primuses coming around to trouble your garden again, so your flowers can now grow strong and healthy. This is great. Still, I've learned my lesson. Such precious flowers require attentive care and diligent protection. Harley, Paimon, you've brought me such exotic flowers, and you've even helped me defend my garden. How can I ever repay you? Oh, no need to be so polite about it. Ah, yes, I know. I picked these flowers myself. They're very precious to me.
Can I give them to you?
Huh. If these flowers really are that precious, then you should probably start your own garden to plant them in, Harley. Speaking of which, aren't these Tidalga? Do they really count as flowers?
Tidalga are plants, and they are very beautiful, so of course they're flowers. This is what humans call biology. I've spent some time studying it so that I can become a great florist in the future. Hehe.
Paimon feels like there's something kind of off about this, but it's not like Paimon knows too much about plant taxonomy either.
I'll continue to work hard towards my goal. I've heard humans say that excellent florists are able to breed new types of flowers, which they then bring to horticultural fairs. I want to do that too, and I want to win awards there.
Well, that's very commendable and everything, but Paimon feels like there are still some misunderstandings here that will be hard to explain. Her purpose for taking part in a horticultural fair is to show off the new varieties of plants she's made and let humans appreciate them, right? The thing is, her senses and aesthetics might be a bit too different from those of humans. Do you think they might find the flowers she breeds weird? Weird? She's literally right here. You're rather invested in her horticultural career, I see. Of course, Paimon's her teacher, you know. If she wins, Paimon will look good too. There's no need to be too obsessed with winning awards. The most important thing is to be happy with your work. This text is so tiny. That's true. The only person who needs to find the flowers you raise beautiful is you. You don't have to worry too much about what other people think. You just need to take care of your garden, watch the lovely flowers, and be happy every day.
Yes, I'll make sure they grow up healthy and strong. Ah, are you here to see my flower garden today?
How are our exotic flowers doing?
After the ugly machine got dug out, no bad preacher primuses returned to make a mess of things. As such, my precious exotic flowers are growing healthily.
How's your cultivation of new flowers proceeding?
To be honest, I don't know where to start just yet. But if I can make the leaves of these flowers grow into the shape of Tidalga, I might be able to shock the world at the next horticultural fair. Golden human, and you, a jellyfish-like small human thing, please come over here. Hello, I'm Ahes. It's a pleasure to meet a new friend. Hi, Ahes. Paimon's Paimon.
Hello there, I'm Harley.
Verenata told me that you found that ship too. Is it true? Is it?
Huh? Well, there are a lot of ships in the ocean, but... Oh, that ship.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one. Paimon thought you were talking about a different one.
Then, which ship were you thinking about? Sorry, forgive me. I must have confused you. The ship I mentioned is the Sponsian, a white ironclad ship that sails through dreams and the explorer of whirlpools in the abyss. It's the flagship of Admiral Basil Elton.
Oh, the Basil that was mentioned in the thing was that Admiral dude who the trench is named after. Interesting.
Captain Basil left a faded shipwreck and a tattered logbook in these waters. I come here every day to pick up and read everything with writing on them. Hehe, so you can consider me a Sponsian archaeologist. I know everything about her.
Wait, Basil was a girl?
Well, not everything, but I know at least half of her.
Whoa, you must really love this ship, huh? You just can't stop talking about her once you start. Oh wait, the ship was the... baby? But since even you only know half, she must have been huge then.
Well, she isn't that huge, because Captain Basil only left half of its hull behind.
So you came to us?
Yeah, I knew you would understand. Verenata told me. She said that you saw her in an illusion. The Sponsian, she who sails forward eternally. She who's returned from the paradise of Cathoria.
What the fuck is Cathoria? Her front half, to be precise.
Indeed, her front half. The unsinkable front half. I knew she was still discovering new waters. Still fighting desperately against the reefs, the whirlpools, and the dark fleets. Still, she...
Whoa, calm down. You still haven't told us what you need help with.
Huh? Help? Oh, I don't plan on asking for your help, not really. But since you've seen the Sponsian, Harley... Well, I'm looking for it, so why don't you come along?
Your enthusiasm's making it hard to say no. And you mentioned a shipwreck. Where there's a wreck, there's a treasure. So yeah, we can join you. Let's go meet this Lady of the Sea.
Yes, that's the spirit. Let's set sail. This is the place. We've arrived. Please wait just a moment. Allow me to tune the conch a bit.
Huh? Tune? A conch? Is that a part of the grilling process?
Oh, come on. All you know is eat, eat, eat. This is a military conch for communication.
A military conch?
Yes, this is an old military conch. Ancient sailors used conches as a tool to communicate with each other. It must be a relic left behind from when the Navy still existed. I found it in a sunken wreck. When I tuned the conch here last time, I heard her response. Since you've seen her, I think you should be able to hear her response too. But you'll have to wait a moment, you know. I have to tune the conch before I can send out the proper signal.
So, are you saying that she will appear when you send the signal?
Hee, pretty cool, isn't it? She's just like a whale. You sing and she responds. I've heard the sound with my own ears, it's true. Anyway, please wait while I tune this conch to align with the vibration of the waves. Don't go running too far away now.
Ahes definitely works with the conch in her hand.
Okay, that's it. I've learned a lot from these ancient seafarer manuals. Now allow me to give you a little primer. There are 3 kinds of short signals that I usually use. Long low note, short low note, long low note. Yes, this one should mean... Well, my guess is that it probably means ready and waiting.
Wait, is this Morse code?
Long low note, long low note, long low note, long low note, long low note. This one means... I'm not actually sure, but the response I received last time was something like that, so it's definitely useful for something. Short low note, long low note, 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 short low note, long low note. Phew, this is a long one for sure. This is the signal that has the highest likelihood of receiving a response, and as for its meaning, according to the manual at least, it means I have a message to send.
So what should we do to figure out the signal that will receive a response? Let's try the signals one at a time. Can't we use some sort of time-saving method? Or something a bit smarter? Like deduction or something? You try, Paimon. If Paimon was to start using deductive reasoning, then why don't we make a chart and find the signal with the highest response rate? That should be the signal we're looking for.
Though we are in Fontaine, most ships are required to respond to signals by law. The ship we're looking for isn't normal in any sense of the word, you know? So we can't expect her to consistently respond to the same signals. In other words, the fundamental requirements for deductive reasoning to work simply don't apply here. Too many things are random, and we lack any evidence to work off of.
Then let's just try them one at a time.
So which one should we start with?
Let's start with the longest one. Just keep activating it.
Do you still remember the signal? It goes short low note, long low note, short low note, long low, short...
Okay, so just short, long, short, long. Just being smart for once.
It's pretty long, huh?
Conches are really tough to operate.
Well, in that case, maybe I should do it myself then.
Don't worry, I'll give this another go.
Thank you.
So you just have to hit it, I guess? Is that correct?
Did you hear it?
Huh? What?
Shh, the signal. Wait, her. It's her. She's over there. In the distance.
What? Paimon can't see anything. I saw it.
Yes, I knew you'd be able to see it too. Quick, after her. Let's catch up.
Catch what? The ship? Have you two grown sails and sprouted oars or something?
Huh? She disappeared. Strange. Why won't she show herself?
Yeah, even though Paimon can't see that ship so far, she'd still be following you two around on this wild goose chase. But since it disappeared here, perhaps it's a hint to tell us to find something? For all you know, there might be lost treasure here.
He, little jellyfish Paimon sure is greedy. But what we're looking for isn't treasure at all. Yes, if we have to give it a name, isn't it closer to proof?
By proof, you mean?
Proof that the Sponsian passed through this place, such as a navigation log, any wreckage from the boat itself, or nautical tools. Anyway, we should be able to find something related to her.
Oh, so no treasure then.
We can use the conch to send out sounds and analyze the returning sound waves to determine the ship's approximate location. And here, they should be marked out on your sea chart now. Let's investigate these areas next.
Huh, it's a box and a bucket? Maybe we should open them up and take a look. They just might be rocks. They are rocks. Yeah, really valuable rocks.
Silly Paimon. They're ballast. Ballast used to stabilize the weight of the battleship.
Eh? Oh. Then Paimon guesses that there's no such thing as valuable ballast then.
But since we found so much ballast dumped in a single location, perhaps the ship had to execute an emergency maneuver to increase buoyancy. In other words, she must have been forced to take extreme measures to evade danger, despite being the flagship of the ironclad armada.
Busted wooden planks, oars, and the wreck of a small boat. There's nothing worth looking at here.
It's a lifeboat, so even the lifeboats were destroyed? Oh, look over there. What's that between the boards?
Looks like a scrap of paper. Is it the log? Should we take it out and have a look? Damaged diary. Wait, diary's damaged? Day 23 of following the great beast Elinas. We have to stop it, or at least immobilize it, before further damage is done to Fontainian waters. Day 25 of following the great beast Elinas. It's been a long time since we last docked at a port, but when we got close to shore this time, only ruins welcomed us. The creature has visited this place. We gathered the remaining supplies, but we're not sure how long they'll last. Day 35 of following the great beast Elinas. We found its tracks and followed the trail of blood it left behind. Pursuing at full speed, attracted many bloodthirsty creatures. Ship badly damaged, power system. We can only go wherever the winds and currents take us. Closer to the enemy. Fontaine expects that everyone will do their duty. They came here to fight against monsters from the abyss.
Yes, I have heard of legends regarding them before, but does that mean that the Sponsian has already... this isn't enough proof. Let's go to the next location. What happened here? It's a complete mess. There isn't even a complete wreck. It's mostly just fragments.
Signs point to her being still further up ahead.
But she must have suffered irreparable damage, so why would she still forge onward in such poor condition? Unless... I think we'll find out why soon.
So many tiny little pieces everywhere. It's like she was bitten in half by a giant sea monster.
Which is to say, the Sponsian suffered heavy damage, and the damage was related to the Abyss expedition, and she continued to sail on. In that case, let's use the conch to send out another signal. Maybe we'll hear her response from up ahead. Oh, right. The signals you want to send are long low note, short low note, long low note. Long low note, 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 and short low note, long low note, short note. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this one is super lengthy, but these 3 signals should all get you a response.
Let's start from the shortest one. So it was long, short, long. Oh wait, I have to activate it? Oh, okay, yeah. Follow the fountain once again. Paimon still hasn't seen the ship. Have you noticed? It seems like the seabirds are getting closer to the shore, but why is that? Because that's probably where they docked.
Look, she disappeared by the shore. Could she be that she ran aground?
Whoa, look! This wreckage must have once been the ship we were chasing earlier. Or, well, half of it anyway.
She's all torn up.
Hey, don't be so sad, Ahes. We couldn't have expected things to turn out like this, right?
I know, but... oh, forget it. I'll go look around and see if there's anything worth investigating.
Yeah, there might be some good stuff left. Come on, Harley, let's have a look around as well. Hey, it's not like we didn't get anything out of it. We managed to pick up quite a few treasures. Paimon, please. Navigation log fragment. 1800, visibility 5. Quiet sea with some fog. Prepare anti-fog devices and strengthen the lookout. 1930, visibility 3. Anti-wave devices ready. 2100, visibility 6. Quiet sea, with 3 abyssal sea monsters emerging at 4 o'clock off the starboard bow. They seem to be the length of cruisers. Cancel combat readiness cruising. Whole ship now ready for battle. 2130, visibility 3. Terrible sea. Escort ship Caledonas, damaged and paralyzed, not suitable for battle. Escort ship Venicones, sunken with the captain fallen. Our ship's hull heavily damaged, water pouring in from 3 locations, second and third cannons totally destroyed. Urgent damage control is needed. 2200, visibility 4. Terrible sea, with sea monsters emerging in groups at 4 o'clock off left stern. The number can't be estimated. Clockwork calculator damaged. Firing parameters impossible to estimate. Accelerating to draw closer to flagship Sponsium. Oh, so this wasn't from the flagship? In other words, this ship must have sunk during the struggle against the sea monster. Then this half was torn up by the waves and floated on the ocean currents before finally settling here. And if it was indeed destroyed by the monster, then her other half might still be inside its body. Inside Elinas. Wait, but wouldn't that mean that she really was bitten in half? Huh? What's that noise? Ugh, more monsters! Here they come again! Paimon, hide! But... Okay. Chief Engineer, give me a report on the leaks. How much longer can we hold on? Maybe 3 days, maybe 2 hours? Tell that crazy captain of ours!
Over here.
Other than the first mate, the chief engineer, and anyone else willing to stay behind, all hands abandon ship along with the second mate. They're still pouring onto the deck. We're not going to make it. Boys and girls, this is your vice dyer, your captain. Finished off the last bottle of wine. Forget all about the annoying rules of the past. Prepare for one final attack. Full speed ahead. Impact in minutes. Estimated damage to ship structure. Chance of survival 0.00. Shut that cursed machine up. I just want... Perhaps the boys and girls can be protected and evacuated. Eh? What's with that bright and shiny thing? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks on her? What, the quest marker? Oh, leave her, sailors, leave her. Tomorrow you'll get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, leave her, sailors, leave her. For the voyage is done, and the winds don't blow, so it's time for us to leave her. No grog allowed and rotten grub, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, leave her, sailors, leave her. The sails all furled, our work is done, and it's time for us to leave her. As the dreamlike shanty dissolves into the ocean waves, a sorrowful voice comes from the strange pendant. Blue, like a little sailor. I saw her. She had the scent of sea monsters on her. Oh, a melusine? But she is a good child. Perhaps she will not get my flagship dirty. It's like a super powerful Canadian folk song line. Oh, okay, it must be a reference. It's a shame I couldn't protect her well enough. She was a good boat. Harley, are you alright? You told Paimon to hide, and then you went wild on those slimes. Oh, we were hallucinating. Then you picked up a handful of sand and started talking to yourself. What happened to you just now? You scared Paimon half to death. I witnessed the moments before the ship sank. Huh? Wait, so you thought you were fighting a group of monsters from the abyss? No wonder you had that scarily serious look on your face. If you ask Paimon, this is all Verenata's poison's fault. Nope, this is all Verenata's potion's fault. What's with all that noise? What are you doing? Were you trying to hold the wreck off while I wasn't around? Is the wood from shipwrecks like these worth a lot?
I don't know. Hey, is that really what you're planning? You naughty jellyfish. Even though it's in pieces, well, bits of it can still be collected as souvenirs. I'm afraid it's probably impossible to restore its original white ironclad appearance, but I can still explore her past experiences. Maybe.
I heard Captain Basil's voice. Oh, this is the melusine that they referenced.
What?
It's nothing. Harley has been acting strange ever since just now. Maybe some rest will do the trick.
Don't say that, Paimon. I believe Harley saw something we didn't. Well, at the very least, there's no harm in thinking this way. Just like how I believe Captain Basil has always been supporting me. I will find a way to gradually restore her logbook and nautical chart so that her adventures and stories can be marked accurately on our maps. That's what I want to do.
As a sea shanty enthusiast, I'm poking out of my mind. Amazing.
Although the meaning of some names may be lost, and the location of some ports may be known to no one,
that doesn't matter. We can just leave it to people who come after to rediscover them.
Yes, thank you for helping me locate the Sponsian. Please accept this gift of mine. Okay, see you. Hello there. I'm presently reading the sailing logs. Captain Basil really is impressive. I've learned so much just from reading the logs she left.
Oh wait, so Captain Basil was a woman. Nice. I feel like I've only ever heard Basil as like a man's name.
Even though the Sponsian's been... But I'm more than satisfied with having been able to witness her past from these records.
How have things been going lately?
I've been sorting through Captain Basil's navigation maps. It's been tough going, but it's also been really fun. I've learned about many lost ports through reading other stories in the past, and I've been able to approximate their locations through her records and the clues she left. Still, there are some things I don't quite understand.
Things you don't quite understand?
That's right. Some of her logs constantly mention this place called the NARZISSENKREUZ Institute, and she often talks about the children there. I think there must have been some sort of school with lots of kids. If I had more corroborating evidence, I could prove this hypothesis of mine.
Huh, what are you doing here all by yourself?
Yeah, don't suddenly talk to people without standing behind them. You almost made me scatter this powder.
Powder? What's this stuff? Cocaine?
Gems.
Gems? But why would there be any here?
Wouldn't it be stranger to not find them here? I mean, this is my workshop, in which I process gems, although I must admit that it doesn't have an official name yet. I did consider calling it Studio Sluasi in the past, but I'm not sure if using my name so directly is such a good idea.
What do you mean by processing gems?
That means that I turn gems into various pretty ornaments and stuff. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take new commissions for a while. I need to concentrate on making paints. Well, I still am using gems for that, though.
You're gonna make paints out of gems? Are you serious?
Yes, what's wrong?
Well, it just feels like a waste. You could just give them to Paimon. But still, why do you need to make paints? Paimon's pretty sure there's no such step in using gems to make ornaments, right?
Well, a child who loves painting came to ask me if I could make paints as shiny as gems and as bright as the sun. Moreover, she recently saved my younger sister when the village was shaking very violently.
Oh, she's talking about my mare.
That's why I've decided to try to fulfill her wish by creating a paint as bright as the sun and giving it to her as a thank you gift.
Wait, you must be referring to... Is the girl who enjoys painting you spoke of named Mamere?
Yes. Do you two know her?
You tell Sluasi about your previous experiences with Mamere.
So the two of you are the esteemed ones who saved Puca alongside Mamere.
Esteemed ones? Yes, that was us.
Thank you. Thank you both so much. If it weren't for you, Puca might have been... Please, take these. If you don't mind, that is.
Thank you. Still, Paimon didn't think Mamere would go commission people of her own accord.
Well, she didn't really commission me to do anything, did she? She just asked if I could do it. In fact, she ran off before I could even reply.
Yeah, that sounds like something she would do.
Speaking of which, esteemed Harley and Paimon, what would you call the closest thing to the sun in color?
yellow? Gold, I guess?
I have tried to observe the sun myself, but I am not sure what materials I should use to recreate its tones.
Closest to the sun in colour, you say? Gold, perhaps?
Well, Canotila did once tell me that gold is the tears of the sun, or something like that.
But wouldn't that be way too luxurious? There has to be something more normal we could use. Just think, we have to have seen something that most resembles the sun in colour, and that can be found just about anywhere. Oh, we got a fragment.
What do you consider closest to the sun in colour?
Berry.
Ah, I see. This is the berry you spoke of. It is cold and hard, yet supple, and it stings the eyes like the sunlight of a winter afternoon. Surely this must be a metal that humans forge to make their weapons. Thank you very much. I shall remember this item.
How were you able to see all of that? Sluasi carefully checks the material before handing them back to you.
Whatever the case, thank you too for your help. However, I cannot simply take what is yours, esteemed Harley. Thus, I shall simply learn the name of that material from you, and I shall later set out to find it myself. Still, would you not say that this colour is a bit too intense? The colour of the sun should have a lighter touch, I think.
Do you mean that it should lean further toward being white? That's true. The sun is more white than it is gold.
White, you say? However, I am not sure what materials we must use to achieve this lighter shade.
Couldn't we just add water?
I have tried that in the past, but it did not turn out so well. Colours produced that way turn out rather murky. They lack the striking brilliance the sun has. So it would be best if we could use some other material.
That said, we can find all sorts of bright white things around, can't we?
Something white. What is that?
Ooh, oh, this would be pretty. Sungo pearl.
Ah, it's a pearl, but it feels a little different from the ones I've seen before. I sense a coldness from it, of a sort.
This is no ordinary pearl. It's a Sango pearl, which means coral pearl.
Can corals produce pearls too? The outside world is truly fascinating.
That's not exactly true. It's called that because they grow near corals. Sluasi carefully checks the material before handing them back to you.
Ah, I see. So this is the color that you call white, yes? I cannot help but feel that this is the exact opposite of what the sun's color is. Would its opposite, then, not be more suitable?
Its opposite? You mean black?
Black. Yes, that must be it. Black. A brilliant solution, esteemed Paimon. That must be the sun's color indeed.
This feels kind of wrong somehow. But why black, though? So, if it was the sun at night... The sun doesn't become black at night. Never mind that, there isn't even a sun at night.
In that case, could I ask one more thing of you two? Please bring me something that is black. That way I shall know what material I must use to create a color as radiant as the sun.
Did we really have to look for that? Paimon thinks we're starting to veer further and further away from anything associated with the sun. But since she's asked us to, let's go find us something that's black, shall we?
If I see something black, I will be able to mix a color as radiant as the sun.
Huh. That... I don't think that counts as being black, but okay. Iron chunk. Well... Actually, maybe not, because I will need those. I don't need these.
Is this a bone from some creature? I see. You mean to show that the blackness of the sun is all that remains when something has become bereft of all life?
Don't say that kind of weird stuff. Anyway, sand grease pupae aren't bones. They're just the shells left behind by quicksand eels.
Ah, like taking off old clothes? I see. They are very beautiful clothes, though. Now if only I could sew together something similar.
Sluasi carefully checks the material before handing them back to you.
Thank you very much. With this, I'm sure I shall be able to make pigments as bright as the sun, which I may then give her as a gift.
Will this really work? Or rather, can you really make bright colours using such base materials? I suspect not. But Sluasi sure does look happy though.
Whatever the case, I thank you two for your help. Please take these as my thanks.
Shiny gems! And components too!
Hee, I am glad you like them. If you desire any ornaments in the future, you know where to find me.
Ah, it's you two, the ones who sold me those gemstones. Yeah, you said something about turning him into pretty accessories the last time we met. How's that going? Paimon can't wait to see how they turned out. About that, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Huh? I really wanted to inlay the gemstones in jewellery, but the ore is far too hard to polish by hand in any detail. And that's not even the worst part. Who could have imagined that after being cut and polished, the ore would lose all its original glow? Either way, they're not suitable for crafting at all. Oh, Paimon didn't expect things to turn out like this. We genuinely thought that these stones would be useful in some way. Useful, you say? Well, it certainly isn't useless. Shaziel places a mechanical clock on the counter while speaking. Look at this new mechanical clock. It was made using that very ore. I was about to blame myself for misjudging the ore and was just going to get rid of it. But then some clocksmiths came by and saw the scraps left over from our processing attempts. Since the ore was so durable, they took some with them and used it to make components for their clocks. I was surprised to discover that thanks to the ore's high resistance to abrasion, it is superior to materials traditionally used for the moving components of clocks. But if they're used to make clocks, the supply shipments would need to be even more reliable. I guess we can do that. You tell Shaziel about Puca and the ore veins. I see. Then that is truly a happy coincidence. The prototype clock was created using the latest waterproof clam-style design. In other words, it was intended for melusine use from the very start. In that case, could you bring this prototype to Miss Puca and explain the situation to her? After all, I've never done business with melusines before. If Miss Puca could provide us with a stable supply, we'd be able to establish a whole new production line. I'll be sure to personally visit her in the future. It would be a good idea to implement melusine aesthetics into future clock designs. Sounds like it'll benefit Puca too if you succeeded. Oh, this could be a great opportunity for Puca to start her own gemstone factory. Come on, let's go talk to her. I'm counting on you.
Holly, Paimon, it's been a while. Are you looking for the same strange rocks as last time?
We are, but there's something else too. You give Shaziel's prototype clock to Puca and tell her about Shaziel's plan to make clocks using the strange ore.
Amazing. They can make things like these out of those rocks?
Eh? Only the bits inside are made from that stone.
You can even hear it ticking underwater. I've never seen a clock like this.
Shaziel talked about it having an oyster-style structure. Or was it clam-style?
I'm happy just hearing the sound coming from the clock. I never imagined that even ordinary stones like this would be so suited for something. I always thought that you had to be like my sister, and only the rarest of gemstones could be turned into treasures. I never thought that you could also make something incredible with such ordinary rocks.
Everything has its value and purpose.
I suddenly feel really good about myself.
Puca carefully places the clock in a nice place. Okay, now all you have to do is get the ore ready and sell it to Shaziel when he needs it. Then you'll even be able to have your own gemstone workshop, just like your sister. You've collected lots of different stones after all. Maybe you'll be able to find a use for each and every one of them.
Right, I'll definitely make preparations for that. Thank you so much. If you ever need any rocks, come find me anytime.
Don't mention it. How's the situation with the clocks?
According to Mr. Shaziel, he'll soon be able to make new beautiful clocks. He even took me on a tour of the place where they process the stones. The pretty stones were cut into tiny, tiny pieces. I didn't quite get what was going on, but Mr. Shaziel said that those stones will turn into the hearts of those clocks. Him saying that made me so happy too. But he says that he's going to exchange more Mora for more stones. Mora is very shiny, but every coin looks the same. I don't want to exchange my stones for those.
Wait, they're all hanging out. Ooh.
But But what should we give Serene? So long as it expresses our intentions, we can give her anything, can we not? Yeah, Carabosse said the same thing. Intentions. Let me think. Mr. Shaziel sent me a new clock, but would a clock really make the best birthday gift? After all, Serene's taking care of us all. This will be a great opportunity for me to give her a gift that'll make her happy. Everyone wants that, though if we think about it, gifting her something else might end with her turning it away, right? She'll say, I can't accept something so valuable, or something like that. Yeah. If that's the case, then why don't we make her a nice meal? The act of eating together will express our intentions perfectly. Oh yeah, you're the best, Canotila. In that case, let's make that dish together. Huh? You want to make that dish? Well, preparing it will be a bit... Do you need help? Huh? Well, that... it's Miss Harley and Paimon. Today's weather isn't bad either, Miss Harley. Did you find any new pages? Huh? If you're talking about the Book of Revealing... Wait, hold on. No, don't change the subject. You were just talking about preparing something for Serene. I just remembered there are notes that need to be collated. I need to get back right now. I have also remembered that I need to meet with Mr. Shaziel tomorrow. I have to go now too. See you, Miss Harley and Paimon. What the fuck? Golden butterflies. Wait, huh? Why did they all run off? Maybe they don't want anyone else to know. So they're planning to host a big birthday dinner for Serene? Come to think of it, we haven't actually gotten to try the melusines' dishes. If it's a birthday celebration, the food should be extra fancy, right? Oh, Paimon's starting to look forward to this birthday thing. Harley, why don't we find and help them? Don't you try to sneak a bite, Paimon. Paimon knows that, but if we prepare a dish with the melusines, you'll figure out how to make it, won't you? You know, in case Paimon wants some later. No, wait, Paimon means we. We can eat it together in the future. You're really something else, Paimon. Anyway, let's go check up on them and see if they need our help to prepare anything. There you are, Verenata. Hey there, Harley and Paimon. What do you need from me? Well, this has to do with what you were all chatting about earlier, about preparing food for Serene. No, wait, please stop talking. We want to make this a surprise for Serene, and don't want anyone else to know, not even Carabosse. Don't worry, we won't tell a soul. We just want to help you prepare. This will make things easier for you too, right? You two are pretty reliable. If that's the case, I have a favor to ask. The dish we're trying to make usually uses fish. But Lutine told me that the outside world has something called bacon, and that it tastes delicious. These motherfuckers want to eat pigs! Monsieur Neviette has also enjoyed it before. So I think that if we can get some bacon, we might be able to cook something incredible. Just like Carabosse always says, knowledge is power. Fontaine is bacon. Anyway, don't worry about it. We've got this bacon thing down pat. This bacon that Lutine mentioned, I wonder what it is. Well, here you go. Whoa, so this is bacon? Thanks a lot, Harley Paimon. Still, it's a bit different from what I'd imagined. Don't you worry, bacon tastes good no matter how you prepare it. That is a lie. Really? I don't quite get that, but I'll do my best. Miss Harley. So, about those new pages. Hey, come on, enough about the pages. Aren't you trying to make that dish and prepare the relevant ingredients for it? Well, since you've overheard, I suppose there really is nothing for it. You two must be included in this as well. A question, if I may. Miss Harley, what ingredient symbolizes birth to you? Something that bestows life and represents newborn. I believe you know what I'm looking for, yes? You mean, like a bird egg? Yeah, that's right. Sharp as always, I see. But I suppose you can see the rub too, can't you? We melusines have short arms and can't climb trees well, so it'll be very troublesome for one of us to get any bird eggs. Don't worry, leave it to me. Anyway, I leave this to you, alright? Well, have you a bird egg with you?
Here you go.
Thanks, Miss Holly. I'm sure that Serene will be happy too. Thanks. I'll go prepare the ingredient now.
Alright, you got this.
Puca, about what you said earlier. Ah, that was supposed to be a secret. You can't tell anyone else, not even Sluasi.
Don't worry about a thing. We definitely won't tell anyone else. We just want to help you prepare. 2 extra helpers will help get things ready faster, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you two would be a big help.
Right? So what do you need us to do?
The other ingredients are pretty easy to prepare, but we still need that white and sweet thing.
Huh? You mean sugar?
No, not that. Sugar is dangerous. Eating that just once will make you always want to eat it. In the end, you'll get all round and stuff.
Just like Paimon? Hey! Paimon isn't round!
Anyway, absolutely no sugar. I almost fell into its sweet trap in the past. We can't let the same thing happen to Serene.
But what else is white and sweet besides sugar? Stares at Paimon. Why are you staring at Paimon like that?
Well, I am referring to flour. First, we'll need to make it round. Then we'll bake it till it's tasty and crispy. But I've used up all my flour, and Zana doesn't have any either. We'll need to go out and get more.
No problem. Leave it to us. Harley, let's check if we're carrying any flour.
White and sweet.
Oh, I don't have flour. Here you go.
Ah, thanks, Miss Harley. Thanks, Paimon. This way we can make some delicious flatbread.
Oh, Paimon can't wait. Yeah, this way all the ingredients for the dish should be ready.
You really are awesome, Miss Harley. Alright, we'll leave the cooking to you, Verenata. Alright, you can count on me. I've learned the greatest, bestest, most powerfulest cooking methods from Carabosse and Lutein.
As long as it doesn't turn out like your potions. Don't make Paimon remember that smell.
I got it this time. Don't worry about it. Carabosse once said that the most important thing in cooking is vigor, and the will to never give up. We must never surrender to the ingredients, no matter what.
This style of cooking is already entirely different from what Paimon's familiar with.
No worries, no worries. Nothing will go wrong. Probably.
Under your supervision, Verenata gathers 2 pieces of flatbread, 7 fishes, the cooked bird egg, and sliced bacon. We did not give them that much stuff, before throwing them all into the pot at once and stirring away with focus and gusto. This really doesn't seem like the way flatbread is cooked, but it's too late to stop the process at this point.
There we go. All done. Easy peasy. Oh, it looks pretty good. I think Serene will definitely be pleased. Of course. Why, I'm already super happy. Anyway, we should also thank Miss Harley for helping us make such a wonderful meal.
Paimon's gonna ask, just in case. But what is this?
Huh? Haven't you seen poisson champi before, Paimon?
That sounds and looks like you'd use it to cast some kind of a bit of magic or something.
Huh? Why?
Well, you're the one who called it poison chant. Oh my god, that's not what that means, Paimon. Also, look at all these fish heads.
Hehe, they're so cute, right? They look just like a choir in a picture book, with everyone holding their heads up high and singing happily.
Which part of that dish even remotely looks like what you're talking about?
Since neither of you have seen a poisson champi before, then maybe we should give you 2 a serving first. You both were a big help after all. I mean, you look after us just like Miss Serene does. I'd say that Serene's a bit noisier and nosier at times, actively trying to help when we don't need it. That's just the way she is. But either way, Miss Harley and Paimon are better at caring for people. Anyway, we would like the 2 of you to accept our goodwill.
Hehe, awesome. This looks delicious. They lied. Huh? Harley, you can't be serious, right?
You look so happy right now, Miss Harley. Alright, let's go give the poisson champagne to Serene.
Am I coming along as well?
Yep, I mean you helped prepare the ingredients after all. And besides, the more people who eat together, the merrier, right?
Will this really be okay? Milk for Serene together with everyone else.
Well, I suppose this should be fine now. Ah, hello, Harley, Paimon. Is there something you need?
What are you doing, Serene?
Oh, are you talking about this thing? Lozana accidentally broke the water bottle she usually carries with her, so I came by to try and fix it. So, Harley and Paimon, do you need me to help with something?
Do you remember what day it is?
Huh? Come to think of it, today's the day that I'll need to submit a report to Monsieur Neviette.
That's not what we're talking about.
Seriously, you should consider yourself more. It's your birthday, you know. Come everyone, all together now. Happy birthday! Eh? Harley helped us prepare a totally unique poisson champagne for your birthday. This is for all the time you spent taking care of us, and for all your help when I was trying to communicate with Mr. Shazil. Well, you're really noisy sometimes, but as long as you don't suddenly pop in and interrupt my thoughts,
I thought that said poop for a second.
You're welcome to be even louder if you want. Hey, everyone. Come on, that's no way to look at your own birthday. Anyway, if we don't eat the poisson champagne we spent so long preparing soon, it'll get cold. Come on, let's eat. You too, Miss Harley and Paimon.
My taste buds were born for such adventure. Wait, how does this count as an adventure? You enjoy the strange poisson champagne with the melusines. Though it looks rather strange, the taste isn't as bad as you expected. On the contrary, it's quite delicious, so long as you can stomach the stares of the fish heads, their eyes still gleaming with a strange light. Huh? It tastes pretty good. Humanity might not yet be ready for this wonder. Yeah, though it tastes good, it looks...
Come on, make a wish, and make sure it's a wish for yourself. Well, if that's the case, my wish has already come true. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Harley and Paimon. Oh, hi. About what happened before. I really can't thank you enough for your help.
About the earthquake before.
Ma mère told me about the situation. It was the first time that the kid talked that much. Anyway, Monsieur Neviette is very concerned about the matter. I heard that the Mercé Phantom has already sent someone to investigate. Thank you so much for your help. Right, as a token of gratitude, please take this.
Oh, I got, one of the artifacts. How's the paint making going?
There's still a final adjustment phase. We should be done pretty soon. It is taking longer than I thought it would though. But just like with gems, I have to create the perfect paints. If it isn't perfect work, it isn't worth doing. If only Puca would understand that sooner.
Damn, called out.